Boom.
Oh, we are back, boys. It is, what is today? Today's the 17th. Monday, January 17th, MLK Day. This is the 5 on 5 podcast presented by directmusicservice.com.
I had a dream, I said. Like big, I said.
Okay.
MLK,
is that the version he said?
No, he didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm forgetting the lyrics on that.
Okay. I feel motivated to tell you the lineup of who's on the podcast today.
Yeah,
From the top, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, you have myself, Phenom, and our special guest today, Grant DJ Gray, coming live from Anchorage, Alaska. Down the street from him, he's back in Portland. He's got big hair and he had a dream. It's Travis is Jupiter Williams. Down in the belly of the beast in Sin City, Las Vegas, it's Nick Lopez. And coming to you live from out east in DC, the legend. You know him, you love him. I could read his bio for 2 hours and then we'd have our show right there. Make some motherfucking noise for Jerome Baker III.
Boom, 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 boom. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So glad to have you on this show. How are you living? You got a little snow out there.
Little snow, you know what I mean? Ruined a lot of people's plans last night. A lot of parties got canceled. So that hurt. But other than that, man, life is great. And complaining about it.
That's good.
What was going on last night? What parties got canceled?
MLK Sunday is just like a tradition out here in DC. Like everybody goes crazy. On holiday weekends, DC can stay until 4. So normally we close at 3. So that's like a big deal for whatever reason. So it just ruined a lot of just extra money for people to get, you know what I mean? So but we're gonna be all right though, for sure.
Did you see any wild MLK flyers where you're like, hey, this is way out of pocket? I know you see them every year.
Always. Yeah, always. It's really whatever you can think of. I've seen it for
the I had a dream drink package.
Oh yeah. I had a dream turn up brunch. You know what I mean? Like the whole gamut, guys.
I remember seeing MLK in Shutter Shades when Kanye was popping off. It was like, come on, get those glasses off the man. He doesn't deserve that.
Hilarious.
We're happy to have you here, man. What we do every week, we compare 2 artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify. I think you're familiar with the show. You've heard a couple episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
This week is Jupiter's pick. Travis, what do you got for us?
We got 2 West Coast legends.
Okay.
This will make a lot of people in Portland upset.
Ooh.
Because Portland tries to claim the Bay a lot.
Wait, can I guess?
LA. Yes, go ahead.
E40 and YG.
Close.
Okay.
Mac Dre and Nipsey Hussle.
Mac Dre and Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a good pick.
It's a good one.
Okay.
That is good.
So round 1, we have Mac Dre, Feeling Myself, versus Nipsey Hussle, Grinding All My Life. This actually really came out really good.
Okay.
When it comes to the Spotify algorithms.
Yeah. Let's start with Jerome.
You got to go with Feeling Myself.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going with Nipsey.
You going with Nipsey? Okay. Grant?
I'm gonna go with Feeling Myself.
Okay. Come on.
I'm right there with you. I'm gonna go Feeling Myself. Right. Jerome, do these artists ring off on the East Coast, or is this just strictly a West Coast thing?
No, this is East Coast. We listened to 5 hours of Bay Area stuff last night at the bar.
See, that's why I picked this. I saw you post something about that.
Yeah, literally last night we listened to 5 hours of Bay and West Coast stuff last night.
I will say, like, Bay Area, like that dumb like sound, the hyphy sound, like that just goes off everywhere. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Not Chicago. Because I've cleared so many dance floors with Feeling Myself, and I was like, very good.
Chicago seems like a different, like it's just a whole different. It's its own planet, man.
Yeah.
Like black people are listening to house in Chicago.
Right.
That's a different world.
Like this is from the West Coast. They're like, where?
Fucking like they don't fuck with shit. Maybe Detroit, but
yeah.
Chicago's its own planet.
Yeah, the furthest West Coast Chicago goes is Prince over in Minneapolis. That's
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. Round two, boys.
Round two, Mac Dre, since '84, versus Nipsey, Double Up.
I'm gonna go double up. Yeah, gotta go double up. Yeah,
Mhm.
joint.
I'm right there.
All right, Grant.
I'm double up too. Double up too for sure.
Yeah.
Sweep.
Yeah, I'm going Nipsey.
Sweep.
Sweet.
All right.
3.
Round three, Mac Dre gets stupid versus Nipsey, Racks in the Middle.
Ooh.
Right.
I'm gonna go get stupid. Get stupid
Okay.
though. Yeah, get
Mhm.
stupid though. Yeah.
Grant.
I think I'm gonna go Racks in the middle of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Grant on that.
Colin used to his tube set.
Yeah. I'm with Grant on there. I'll play Racks in the Middle. Neek.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for either of these songs. I'm going with by a skosh, Mac Dre.
Mac Dre.
All right.
Okay. Travis,
This
tiebreaker. What do you got?
Tiebreaker, Mac Dre.
Okay.
I want to go with
Uh,
Nipsey on the strength, but like I just don't care for this. It is what it is.
That's fair.
Fair. It always
4?
is like that. Mac Dre, my homeboy Chevy, Nipsey Hussle, Hustle and Motivate.
Nipsey.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah. Me too.
easily.
This might
Yeah.
be a sweep.
Yeah. Neek.
Nipsey.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, round
So-
5. Actually, round 5. This is gonna be a hard one. Pause.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pause. Pause that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hard one.
Yeah,
He had a
pause.
he had a dream. Hard one. Let's go.
Round 5. Thizzle dance. Mac Dre, Thizzle dance. Nipsey Hussle. Last time I checked.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll go last on this.
I was about to do that. Like,
Actually, Grant, you go first on this one.
Oh man, me first. Shit. Dun, dun, dun. No, last time that I checked.
Okay.
When that song, I don't know, like when that song hits. Last time that I checked. Oh, man,
Yeah.
it's just so
Mhm.
good.
Little
Mhm.
mustard beat on there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Neat.
Nipsey.
Nipsey. Okay.
Woo.
I'm not particular. I'm not trying
I know.
to diss.
I
It's
know.
just not for me.
We know.
YouTube's coming for that head, boy.
I know. Somebody's gonna fucking.
There's the West
get
in
at
the
me.
building.
I'm gonna go with Nipsey too, though. I'm gonna go with Nipsey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough though.
Falling.
It's close.
Yeah. I've just heard this too much. I've heard
Yeah.
this too fucking much.
And I feel like every time I type in Mac Dre, the chance that I'll pick Thizzle Dance is very low compared to everything else.
Oh,
That's
really?
That's-
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I
just-
said, maybe I've just heard it too much, or like.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is about that. I mean, like respect to Mac Dre and what he's contributed. Obviously, like that created a whole move. But I just can't get with that sound. It's just too silly for me. It's too silly.
It's like,
Like-
carnival music. It's like sound like carnival
Yeah,
music.
it's like- It's too. I don't know if it's just all too in a major key. It's like dancey, and like we're talking about motherfuckers on ecstasy, just silly. Like I don't know. I
It was.
just don't
It's definitely a
associate-
time and place, though.
Yeah.
It was a
Definitely
moment,
time and
for
place,
sure,
yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
monumental. I just like in retrospect, like for me, I just can't get with it. Like to me, and even though Nipsey doesn't really fall, like now that he's passed, obviously like his legacy magnifies, but he's, in my opinion, hasn't gotten. It has to age a little bit more to be considered like classic West Coast sound.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like Corrupt and Snoop Dogg and that kind of shit. But to me, that's like that's what that still fits into classic hip hop. I don't know what it is about that Bay Area hyphy dizzy shit that just I don't know. It's too silly.
But tell
it's
me
still-
when. Tell me when
like
to go.
older E40 stuff does.
Yeah.
What about tell me when to go?
Tell me when to
That's-
go is
that's-
probably the best version of this sound.
It's so good.
Does that make sense?
Great.
Like that's
I will.
Yeah.
that's what
Because
this music sounds like.
It was
at
Little
its
John
best.
trying. It was Little John taking his hand on that sound, so
Right.
therefore it was polished by the time. He
Tell
got
Me
his
When to
hands on
Go
it.
is like the hyphy grinding. Like
Yeah.
it's minimal. It's hard. Like
that's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
About
that one's
same
like that one's
BPMs
hard to
too.
fuck up. That one's hard to fuck up. But like when it gets
Let's
into
take it to DC. Jerome, is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely.
Well, Jerome, you got go-go, so that
Yeah.
you
different thing.
You know, go-go is there's different facets of go-go though.
right.
There's bounce beat, there's the pocket, there's the older stuff. I actually I went to Hampton University, so we were right across the water from the Neptunes. I used to see Pusha all the time when Grinding came out. And so
Sick.
hearing that 6 billion times, the comparison is just spot on. Like that's one of the best comparisons I've heard in a while. So yeah, man, I mean, I love it. That's great. It makes all the sense in the world.
Let me ask you this. What was that lean time from people playing Grindin' to it blowing up? Do you remember how long it took for that to pop?
3 months.
3 months.
So there's a DJ named DJ B who was like he's the god down in Norfolk from Philly. But he's been on radio for 20 plus years. He's on Twitch super heavy. And he played everything early. He got everything early. So he was running it for 3 months consistently. We just didn't know what was going on. We were just in college banging our fists on the lunch table trying to get bars off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it just, even where they shot the video was like in the projects. They ended up knocking those projects down, putting them all up that we all was shopping at. Like, it was just a whole lot of things that went on. And that went from like later in the evening, earlier, top 5 at 5, all that kind of stuff. 106 in Park, national hit. You know what I mean? It was I remember very clearly it was 3 months.
3 months seems kind of fast.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, damn, 3 months? Like, but no, that's
that part of Virginia is like it's like a borough in New York. Like there's so many New Yorkers that are back and forth from the Hampton Roads area to New York that the music travels really quickly. So it was like Atlanta, New York, and then the 757 because the DJs are from other places. So they're always tapping in with people from, you know what I'm saying, their hometowns. And so once Grinding kind of got out there, it was just like, yo, you got to hear this. And then it just went crazy. And 3 months is really quick, honestly.
Yeah.
But and back then, you know, I was pre-Serato. That was like really having to really hear the records. But that was like right when Napster was going crazy. So it was just a lot of like highs and lows and internet versus wax. And but I remember clearly 3 months. Yeah, it went crazy.
Were you guys bumping a clip song before that in the clubs? Was there something they were pushing? No, nothing.
Nah, they had that first album, The Funeral.
Yeah.
Which came out in like 99, 2000 maybe. And I mean, that was a very local record. Even though they had videos and Neptunes did the beats, it was still a very local record. So they took some time off, and then they ended up just going crazy with Grinding, and then they just worked the record. They were in all the clubs, they had the DJs playing it, and it just worked. And once that hit, it was like it just took off from there.
Does Pharrell DJ? Has he ever done a DJ set?
I've not that I know personally. Chad DJs very often.
Yeah.
So Chad, I've DJed with Chad before.
What's that like?
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's all right. But I just was down there in December and I DJed and he was on the saxophone while I was DJing. And that was just an incredible experience of just like an hour of him and I going back and forth and rocking together and me trying to figure out what records to play. And I was like, do I do a bunch of Neptunes? Or like I played like Azalea Banks instrumentals and like, you know, up-tempo stuff, Days Like This, Sean Esco Free, and like where he was really on the sax going crazy for a full hour. And it was insane. It was a great way to end the year. It was just like super, super awesome. Nice guy, humble. You know, he said, let's go get hot dogs next time I come down there. I was like, all right, I'll be back in February. So it's all good. Yeah.
Is that a celebrity sighting or is that business as usual out there?
Chad's pretty business as usual. He's pretty low key guy. He's kind of ingrained in the community of like Norfolk, Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a guy you can catch him on a Tuesday at the bar. He's kind of chilling. I think he's one of those genius dudes that's just like he's in his own, like he's a genius from what I understand. I haven't spent too much time around him, but he's a really nice guy, super talented, and just like super cool. Pharrell I've never seen other than like one time like 20 years ago. But other than that, you don't really catch Pharrell on the streets too much.
Do you think that we'll ever get a Chad album?
I think the closest we
cool.
got was the Kenna stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a shame. And Kenna's supposed to have new music coming out this year, produced by Pharrell. So I would love to get a Chad album because he's so talented. And
was Kenna just Chad?
For the first 2 albums, I think that was a lot of Chad's
like Say
work.
Goodbye to Love era.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that was just Chad.
That was all Chad stuff.
Sick. That album, I don't know if that was the first or not, but that album was dope.
I don't remember. I know there was 2, right?
Okay.
It was
there was 2.
Your face,
but
I remember
they
see your face, and then something else that I don't remember. But yeah, those were Chad productions. He did all those.
Wow,
all
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so sick, man. I wonder. I mean, there'll never be something that could come close to In Search Of in my mind that nothing would ever touch that. But I wonder if it's still not as appreciated as it should be.
Probably not. Probably never will be, unfortunately, just because at the time that dropped, they were at their powers as the Neptunes. They were like on top of the world. So it was kind of like, what is this weird sort of offshoot project? Yeah. I mean, I think it came out in 01 or 02.
And
they were still, they were still riding the wave of like "Excuse Me, Miss" and like all these national huge Pastor Kavas, all those big records. Nelly was, you know what I mean? So it was like a juxtaposition. It's like huge urban records and then like weirdo sounding rock records. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like even when I was living down there in that area, and that stuff was never on the radio, but you can hear fronting a million times a day.
Yeah, I Say Goodbye to Love happened later. Now I look at the date. It was 2007.
Okay.
And
it was a Bloghouse record. That was Bloghouse Era record.
That's why I was thinking about it. I was like, wait, no, I think that was a little later because this was still around the time like of Bloghouse. That was getting rotation in those parties.
Well, it was funny. I was just remembering like when
Grant, come closer.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You got me now? All right. I was just remembering like when that album came out, that first Neptunes record, my buddy that was super into hip hop bought it, literally threw it on while I was there, heard like 2 songs and was like, this is trash, and like gave it to me. And I was like, I'll take it. And I think it was just like, he was like immediately like that sound, like the guitar or like whatever was weird. He was like, no, I'm out.
And remember, they had 2 versions of it. There was a Neptunes one. Yeah. And then they scraped that and came back and had Spy Mob play on the whole album. So that delayed it. So like, the international release is the one that came out first, which is with the Neptunes, Korg sounding, the Triton and all that stuff. So, I think that, again, I don't know if it'll ever be fully appreciated. Yeah. I don't even know if they can recreate that sound anymore because they're in different places in their life, it seems like, whether that's, growth is good, it can be bad. It just, it's
right.
I hope so. I listen to it all the time.
It's kind of like a cult classic album. Like it's very like it's for the heads. We all love it, but like
I got it fucking tattooed on my wrist. It's a great fucking album.
It was hella good.
You see the trucker hat down here every day.
Oh, do you?
Day,
yeah.
Every day in DC, somebody's wearing the trucker hat. Like it's still, I think the significance of just that time and culture is just forever going to be stamped. But I saw them and the Clips, the 930 Club. They had back-to-back shows on Monday and Tuesday nights. This must have been whenever the first album dropped, came up, and it was the first BBC ice cream t-shirts with like Swarovski crystals for $50. And nobody was buying them because they were like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, wow, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And I vividly remember going to both of those shows at 930 Club. People were just, it's not far from Hampton or from Norfolk, Virginia Beach. And it just was, it was just like he said, for the heads, for sure.
I think overall, producers aren't absorbing music like that anymore from a 360 sound where you're like, I'm way over here. I think people maybe would listen to the Gunna album, to a New Future album, to this, to that, and then put out a record. Be like, okay, these are my beats. This is whatever I have, and my influences are Migos, Gunna, a Lil Baby or something like that. And they create a beat in that vein and push it out. This collaboration between the 3 of them, it was so vast in their music taste to where I think it's impossible to replicate that in this day and age.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like, plus, people are, they played instruments.
Yeah.
Right. There wasn't a whole lot of splice.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of just the tools that are sort of the norm for today. And I just think that kids and bands back then, I think Neptunes appreciated kids and bands. Maybe they grew up in bands playing instruments. And so nothing against Splice. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. But
No,
I think the balance of having, you know what I'm saying, all the sounds now is kind of what's missing a bit.
I think there's something to be said about like when they're musicians, because I've seen Chad and like Pharrell like in jam sessions and stuff, and there's something to be said about musicians jamming and coming up with stuff organically versus like place this loop here and this loop here.
Yeah, it's a totally different.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like these guys are kind of like, especially now, like I think multi-instrumentalists are becoming more and more rare.
Yeah.
Especially with like arts programs being defunded in schools and things like that. So like it's becoming more of a rarity to see these are becoming almost like once a generation type artists.
Yeah. Everybody's a unicorn now. You know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate, but everybody's a unicorn that can do that. So.
It's a different thing. I think I heard somebody one time say like it kind of skips, right? Like, you know, nobody wants to play guitar when your dad played guitar. You don't want to do what your parents were doing. So you're going to pick up turntables and a laptop and learn to produce. And maybe the next generation's like, my fucking dad was a DJ. I don't want to be a DJ. and these rappers are like kind of like picking up like rock star aesthetics. So like maybe the next generation will be like, well, I'm gonna actually be a rock star and make rock music with instrumentation.
I hope. So. I hope.
So I think it's just kind of it's gonna go in cycle. Hopefully, at least that like due to rebellious attitudes and not trying to build the generation before you. Hopefully, anyways.
I think people stop trying to make depression raps because that's so saturated now,
right?
Where the chart is all depression rap, and you're like, yo, you listen to Juice WRLD growing up, blah blah blah, and now people are going to be like, man, I need to make something faster. Nobody's making fast stuff, you know. And I'm hoping somebody has that foresight to be like, not necessarily drum and bass, but maybe a 130 club record, you know, a 128, something like that. Because what's the last big rap club record at that speed? Cuddy and Aoki.
I mean,
like
I know,
way too sexy.
About this on your stream.
Way too sexy. What, 70 BPM though?
Yeah, 68.
No, it's 120. 120.
Way too sexy.
122.
120, 122, 125.
That's so slow though. I'm talking like dance rap, like dance.
122 is pretty quick for a rap record.
But that's like,
I mean, I guess that's double time.
Yeah.
That's double time.
I was thinking about this. I was like, I know I play a lot of the disco records. I know on your stream, Jerome, you were talking about like that 120, 115 BPM of like those rap cuts. Those are so much fun to play. I wish I could
love
do more of that.
Yeah.
And I hope that like that's what the next generation, they'll be looking to make more of those like, hey, what will actually get people like kind of vibing at the dance floor? You know
I feel like Wale is best in his pocket when he's at
Wale's good and was good in that pocket.
115.
Wale got My Sweetie came out a minute ago, but it's 120, and I mean I run it all the time. It's a sample of a I forget who the record is, African record, but you know it's 120. So I agree with you. He was in his bag. He sounds good. Like he's not trying to do too much, and you know we'll see. I mean I think we all have a great vision of what we'd like to see, but it's just like what's it gonna take for the pendulum to swing in this direction? You know what I mean? Because rest in peace. Like they just said a new Juice WRLD album is coming out, and I'm like, yo, how many songs did he make? Like I thought he passed away.
Well, y'all saw that doc, right?
Oh,
yeah.
But I thought he passed away like 2 years ago, and then I guess he has a song out now that's really hot, and like another album on the way. I'm like, like
that's what I was gonna say too. Is these younger guys are pumping out music fast. I mean, songs are literally like 2 verses and it's over. And
that's it. Yeah,
that's it. So it's a minute and a half, 2-minute songs. Yeah,
they're cranking out these songs. Trends are turning over very quickly because shit gets old fast to them.
Juice WRLD was making 3 different songs on the same song.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't see the doc. Was it good?
Yeah,
cut it. And
so
put it
just
he
just like say cut it and then go to
let's
the next
redo
song.
another one. Like they're just pumping them out.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he was doing.
He has music out there. He had like
I wouldn't doubt it. They go in there and like I'll say this, like the workflow of a lot of these newer artists, these rap artists it's simple, but like because of the simplicity, they can crank out a lot of
Right.
music,
Mhm.
and something's gonna stick.
Like I
Yeah.
can't even imagine if like Playboy Cardi were to die, we'd probably get music for like 10 years.
I wouldn't
Absolutely.
doubt it.
No, right.
Yeah.
Without a
Oh,
doubt.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Knock on wood, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we do a lightning round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take it to the lightning round.
On that note.
On that note,
that
this
note.
is why we barely have this guy in here. This guy's a fucking loose cannon over here. Just a taste. For anyone listening, I'm sorry. He's up in Alaska. It's different up there. They do things kind of different. Jerome, this is for you and for you alone. Grant, nothing from you, sir. You're gonna pick a this or a that. The other one you have to delete out of your Serato forever. Starting with this: Musique Soul Child or Dwelle.
I will say, if you're listening to the podcast, you need to watch the video for that.
Yeah, you're gonna need to see that reaction.
I guess I gotta go Dwelle. No,
Okay.
wait.
This is gonna fuck up your DJ sets either way.
Yes,
Either way,
yes,
this
that's what I'm
fucking is
saying.
gonna-
Yeah, I got the black professional crowd on Smash.
No shutter shades on Martin Luther King,
Nah,
folks.
like,
Take that shit off.
yeah, if you want me to DJ your Cavassier event, I got you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Black Wall
all right.
Street is not happy with this.
yeah, for sure. I might not get the call back. All right, I gotta go with Dwelle.
Okay.
Yeah. Dwelle.
Okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers or MGMT?
I mean, let's go MGMT.
Okay. Mace or Drew Hill?
It's my daughter.
Hey.
Drew Hill.
Okay. Ashanti or Sierra?
Ooh. Ashanti.
Jackson 5 or the Silvers?
We'll go with the Silvers.
Method Man or Redman?
We'll go with Redman.
Okay. Ray Shremmerd or T.I.?
T.I.
Whispers or Egyptian Lover?
Whispers.
Okay. Luther or Michael Bolton?
Michael. I mean Luther. Luther.
Oh! This man's gonna be out of work if he
I'm
picks Michael
tripping.
Bolton.
I was tripping. I was
On MLK Day, Michael got the nod almost.
She gotta be doing stuff, man. I lost focus.
Don't worry, we'll edit it to where you say Michael Bolton like 3 times in a row. It's all good. It's all good. Steely Dan or Gangstar?
What? Oh no. Nah. Pass. I can't even do that.
He just said, I'm not participating.
Yeah, nah.
You can only choose one. What do you got?
Oh, I don't. My pass doesn't count.
Oh,
hell no. Hell no.
You gotta
Hell
do
no.
it.
What?
Somebody's got to get ethered.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I don't know. Like, that's just not fair. Damn.
I will take a pass as they're both gone.
There you go.
Steely Dan.
No
All right,
problem.
Steely Dan.
David Bowie or Queen?
Queen.
Okay, this might be a little tough, maybe not, depending where you're from. Clips or Mobb Deep?
I mean, I'm from Phoenix, so it don't matter either. But,
I know Clips is big in Phoenix. I know Mobb Deep is huge in
they're
Phoenix.
both big in Phoenix. You know what I mean? I see Pusha often, so I got to go with Clips. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with Clips.
Weezer or Blink 182? Slight flex, by the way. I appreciate that.
Let's go Weezer.
Justin Timberlake or Usher?
Usher.
All right, let's get into the shit. Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chic?
I mean, let's go Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Missy or Busta?
Missy.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Come on, bro. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Like,
We ain't going anywhere. It's all on you.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. I don't know. Oh,
your initial reaction would be today. You're feeling what?
Today, I would listen Michael.
Okay, and why?
I listened to Baby Be Mine 30 minutes ago. Like, it's you know what I mean. It's fresh on the brain.
Fair.
So,
Mariah or Whitney?
Whitney.
Okay. Last but not least, we do it every single week. Outkast or Hall & Oates?
My best friend is an Outkast super fan, so Outkast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna say my best friend's Daryl Hall.
Yeah.
And no big deal.
I saw the Roots. I saw the Roots open for Hall & Oates one time. It was the greatest concert ever.
Oh wow.
Sick.
All right, Roots or NERD?
Jesus Christ, man.
We were done, but you had to say that.
Honestly, I would go with the Roots. I mean, first concert I ever saw was 15. Saw the Roots. It was the best.
Sick.
I still remember it to this day. It was the best.
Which album was that? Which tour was that?
It was 95. So I don't think it might have been there's not the first album.
Not Tipping
album.
Point, but the
no
one
before that. Maybe
yeah.
like Philadelphia Half-Life. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they did.
Was Scott Storch out there?
No, the house DJ was, but the house DJ was Fashion.
Oh
shit, that's sick.
Fashion was the house DJ. Yeah.
Do you want more 95 or Things Fall Apart 99? So that might have been Things Fall Apart. Or do you want more? I mean,
do you want more? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Philadelphia Half-Life was 96. So
okay,
right.
so yeah. So
that's fucking dope.
That's sick. That's
Fashion was the house. Fashion is like, I mean, we all know he's a legend, but like he's from Phoenix, so he was on the radio. He was, Fashion's 5'2" maybe, but he was at all of the black parties. He was the hip hop DJ and just would smash everything. We used to follow him around town all the time because wherever he was DJing, and I was 16 trying to sneak into parties, let's try to go to Fashion's party. Yeah, he was the man. Still is.
Was you an NBA guy?
Yeah.
Chris Paul or Steve Nash?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's impossible. I ain't gonna hold you. Just because Nash was just, I mean, man, as a point guard, like as a pass first point guard that can get the job done. But then Chris Paul's kind of the same thing. I don't know. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I mean, I'm a Suns fan to death, man. So I don't know.
Is the first interview where the guest is just saying, "Neek, get out of here." Get out of here.
I love it.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Z-Trip was out in Arizona as well, right?
Z-Trip is. I think he kind of moved out there late teens, maybe.
Yeah.
Him and Fashion were super cool though, so they were good together. But he kind of got out of there like his early to mid 20s, I think.
Yeah.
But he still was around. The first time I saw Cut Chemist, it was Z-Trip and Cut Chemist playing together at a dive bar, and they played the illest set I've ever heard in my life. I might have been 19, and it was just like, this is incredible. It was incredible.
Phoenix, Arizona in general just has a really dope hip hop scene.
Yeah.
Especially like mid 90s to early 2000s. Like they had the illest. Like the b-boy scene out there is incredible.
Crazy.
Shout out to Sour Patch. Shout out to Mod
Mean
Squad.
Mug, all those guys. Yeah, all those guys. With Action, all those dudes are just like super dope. Like Phoenix itself just has a really, really good scene. Club Red out in Mesa. So yeah, it's a lot of good stuff.
Was there a lot of competition when you were getting started, or was it kind of like you chose your own lane and did your thing?
I started in high school, so there was no competition at all. Honestly, it was just like, so we didn't really have a quote unquote urban radio station. Like I'm talking like 95, they're still playing like Ace of Base on the radio. So you had to get your music chops just from other places. Luckily for me and my brother, we had a Tower Records about 10 minutes away from us. So my mother was a teacher. So during the summertime, she had to teach summer school. She would drop us off at Tower Records, and we would just learn and just learn and just learn and just learn. And so listening to Fashion on the radio every day, he was on the radio all the time. A little bit of Yo MTV raps here and there, but locally there was no competition. It was just how much can you absorb, find the records. We had a place called Circles, downtown Phoenix. And it was just absorbing all the music that you could find.
What was that point where you decided, I need to be a DJ?
College. I got to college. I mean, high school was like, all right, this is cool, learning to cut a little bit, and just some of the homies that are playing house parties and stuff. But getting to the East Coast, man, was just a different monster. DJ B, like I said, a couple other guys, the Buddha Brothers, down in Virginia, and then coming up to DC, guy named Lonnie B in Richmond, who's a monster. It was just so many, it was a different style. And just hearing a different style just made it be like, yo, this is insane. This is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So even the guys on campus, this guy Baby Drew, who's very successful as a DJ, this kid Rick G's, who was Push's DJ, like all these people were in my class, and we were all just learning. I was really learning from them, honestly, because they were already established. I couldn't bring turntables to the other side of the country. My mom didn't have money for that. So, you know.
What year was this?
98.
1998.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were carrying crates for a hot minute. And then tell me about that transition to Serato. What was that like? Were you hesitant when you switched over?
Nah, I was at a party. Shout out to my man Stereo Faith. He did a party called Sorted, which was Britpop, indie pop, kind of stuff like that.
Dope.
Completely over my head, completely something that I knew nothing about. And I'm just like, yo, how do you know these records? Like, how do you know this stuff? Like, so that's his thing. He's into that whole music. And he was like, yo, but I got it on my computer. He's like, it's on my Serato. And he just showed me everything. He had ripped everything from vinyl to MP3 in 07. And he just had everything that you could imagine. And then I just started hearing guys go so quickly. And there's that AM Power 106 mix that we're all familiar with. And just sort of like hearing people like go from genre. The genre thing really is what attracted me to Serato. Like you could move around so many genres so quickly. That I was like, yo, I got to get on board. There was no hesitation.
No.
For me. Yeah, no.
What was AM's impact out there at the time?
It was a little minimal. I mean, we had Rockticon, right? Rockticon is from DC, so or from Northern Virginia, DC, whatever. But so he played in a similar fashion. Plus, you were always getting Stretch Armstrong. You know, he was around DC a lot. You catch Mark Ronson occasionally. So AM specifically, not so much, but that style of just that big open format style was just it was everywhere out here for sure.
If you had to pick one genre that you could play for the rest of your life, you could only keep one genre for your DJ sets, what would you pick?
I'd be like French touch.
Hell
I really
yeah.
love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the first Phoenix album, you know what I mean? Like the just all that stuff, man. That stuff, obviously the One Stardust record, like, you know, what I mean? All that kind of
we're just talking about that, yeah.
The breakbot stuff, the all that stuff. That stuff is just cool. It feels good. You can dance to it, it's light, it's airy, you know what I mean? And it's just you can't be mad. Like girls want to dance to it, so you want to go dance with the girl. You can't be mad at that stuff. You know, it's good. You know,
it's a good time.
So, yeah, light, airy. Let's have a good time. You know.
I want to talk to you about that era, that era specifically. I know you guys had Taxlo out there.
Yeah,
you had Baltimore Club just being fucking huge.
Incredible.
A lot of people don't know about that because it simply hasn't gotten its flowers yet. It hasn't been under a microscope. What was the Bloghouse era like, if you could explain to our listeners?
So I'm in DC. We're 45 minutes south of Baltimore. We would be at Taxlo every other Friday. Cullen and his partner, I can't remember his name at the moment, but they just threw a place called Sonar. So it was a 3-room venue. My man Stereo Faith, who I mentioned earlier, would be in like a smaller room opening. Then you would catch like Dave Nada and Titsworth in the middle-sized room, and then you would catch the national act, who could be anybody. I mean, it could be a band, it could be a DJ, it could be whomever, would be in the larger room. And then there were always the after parties that just spawned collaboration. And I mean, whoever you can think of in that, you know, whether it was the Spank Rocks and that crew, or like, I mean, they had Cut Copy all the time. Like they literally have any and everybody who was indie dance, Bloghouse, A-Track, you know, just everybody was there. It was sort of like the East Coast version of that Banana Split party in LA. Remember that? It was that just a little bigger because you had 3 rooms. You know what I'm saying? But it was incredible. You'd get everybody. And then you would get the Baltimore local. You ever seen Rod Lee perform Dance My Pain Away in front of a bunch of people from Baltimore? It's a come to Jesus moment. You're just like, this is incredible. You know what I'm saying? You see Scotty B DJing all the time. Scotty B is just a chill dude.
Yeah.
You see Scotty B all the time. Like he would still sell you mixtapes right in front of the spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
You were still trying to park in the right spot because you didn't want like your car to get broken into. You know what I'm saying? He was under a freeway overpass. And like we were there every other Friday. And we'd be in Baltimore till 6 a.m. Because the after parties, the first time I met Diplo, we're at an after party where Scotty B is DJing. It's like a warehouse. Scotty B's DJing. Diplo, we're playing basketball in this warehouse. There's like multiple rooms. We're on the 5th floor. It was just like, you wouldn't believe it, but if you were there, you're like, it's the greatest thing ever. It's incredible. Damn. Yeah, it was so tight.
I went to that party.
To this podcast to like the Bloghouse reminiscent. The I Miss Bloghouse podcast.
I fucking love it because I went to Taxlo one time. I was out there. I played with who's who was running Unruly at the time? Said or not said?
Yeah.
I can't. It was right after K Swift's passing.
Okay.
I played at Heaven and Hell.
Okay. Yeah.
For
sure.
A minute ago, and then we went to Taxlo one night, and Scotty B was in the main room playing his remix of Paper Planes, which just came out.
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
In the side room was Dave Nada, and then in the main room it was Vito from The Rapture opening up for Kayla from Block Party, who were both doing DJ sets.
There you go.
And you're like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
You walked outside. There was a Scion car with the trunk open, a TV in the back. People were playing Guitar Hero while waiting in line to get in. And you got in and they handed you 2 free Sparks when you walked in.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Sparks and Scion were giving out big checks in 2007. They were giving out
fuck, bro.
checks.
Sparks and Scion are the fucking gas.
Exactly.
They're the fuel.
Literally.
For 07 and 08.
But literally, that would keep you going all night. That would, you know what I'm saying? And also been shout out to Baltimore. A lot of the DJs, man. My man Quincy, seeing DJ Impulse. They were like the local guys that helped push that sound really everywhere. So that it could then become a national sound. You know what I mean? But Baltimore has this ton of talented DJs, and that experience just changed the game for so many people. I mean, you had this whole scene in Baltimore on a Friday night, and you just don't even understand it because you're just dancing to the music. And it's like, yo, if we're just a little tired of this room, we can just walk into this room. It's a whole nother party. And then if we're tired of this, we can go to this, and it's a national act, like you said, DJing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then all right, let's go back to the small room because my homie's about to feel like it was incredible. It was incredible.
What was the death of that? What was the death of the multi-genre club? Can you pinpoint a moment where you're like everything became specialized, where it's one genre?
I want to say in DC specifically used to have really big clubs. Love, Dream, you know, we see Cameron and for Hey Ma, that was a really big club in DC. That was like 4 or 5 stories.
Yeah.
So literally, I believe there was like neighborhoods started to change. Gentrification hit. You know what I mean? So you started to get smaller venues. The door at Dream and Love could be $100 to walk in. But sometimes you want to go out there. Sometimes you got to pay the neighborhood crackheads $20 so they don't throw white paint on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a reality that I saw happen. You know what I mean? So the death of it, I think music changed. People just all of a sudden venues start closing. Other places pop up in different neighborhoods. All right, let's try this out. Let's try that out. Maybe it's easier to get in over here. Maybe the music is different. Because you know, like people's attention span, I believe, started to get shorter around then as well. You know what I mean? And at that point in time, unfortunately, it's just like, well, I just want to go hear hip hop. I just want to go hear this. I just want to go hear that. And you know, I just think that the music changed. I think people started to get some money in their pockets, and so their output changed a little bit. They go national. You can't catch A-Track as often at Sonar. Maybe he's only there once a year versus once every 3 months. You know what I mean? Or you know, people move around. At that point, I was about to be 30 in 2010, so kids start playing. You know what I mean? People's lives change, unfortunately, and it affects the music. You know what I mean?
It's kind of crazy how that works out, especially that factor of like these guys start to get money. You know what I mean? Like these, like it's ironic because, and I mean, this isn't really a dig. It's more of just an observation. Like these guys, these acts get, you know, these big deals and all of a sudden the product is something else.
Mhm.
Like, isn't that? It's just, it seems counter to what you would expect. Like, oh, you're great, let's sign you to a major, give you a big bonus or whatever, and you just make something else. Like, I don't understand what that. I wonder if that's like label influence, if that's like, okay, cool, the sound is great, but now we need you to do it but appeal to a larger audience.
Yeah.
And is that what it is? Is that because
I believe
like
that's
90% of the
100%.
time,
Yeah.
it never works.
Yeah, I believe that's
90%. There are obviously cases where
course,
it doesn't go that way and it works out perfectly, but
It's always dance music too. It's
Always
always
dance
fucking
music.
dance music. Like, you know,
or these guys
Diplo,
stay
Snake,
independent,
like
and
those
they,
guys.
and
Yeah.
they go massive. But like, I feel like, I don't. It's
I
always
just feel
dance
like
music.
we all love the first Santi
No,
Gold
it's
album.
rap too. Actually,
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it
it's
happens
rap.
in-
It's rap,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
But we all love the first Santi Gold album, right? It's a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
We listen to it
Amazing.
consistently. She just toured 2 years ago, and it was just the first album.
Yeah.
But the second album, people just have this disdain for because it wasn't the first album. And was it because what changed in her life, or changed in her artistry, or even changed within us to not like it as much as the first? Like, we're all gonna have different reasons. And some people love the second album. You know what I'm saying? It's like people on Twitter have been talking about Jay-Z's Volume 1 for the past couple of days. And like 25 years ago, we hated it. Now people are like, yo, it's actually kind of good. Well, what changed? What happened? He does a Shiny
was
Suit
it
video.
us or was it
Right?
Yeah.
He does a Shiny Suit video with Puffy. He's got Babyface singing. He's not the cool drug dealer anymore. Like, there's so many things that change that are within our control, but also aren't in our control. That you know what I'm saying? We just have to appreciate the music, in my opinion. You know,
I think that's we spoke about this before at some point, of being just a good fan. Like, it's not on us to dictate what artistic direction the artist goes in. You know what I mean? It's not on us. Our job is just to receive and make an opinion, but we can't dictate, oh, this was a bad direction for you, this was, you sold out or something like that.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes that really is the case, like, they really are just trying to cash in and appeal to more people to make a hit, and now you're just, a machine essentially. But
well, it's the
know.
problem with
What
the
do you-
internet. That's this
Exactly.
is in the core is the problem with the internet. So you click on the video and you watch the video and you say, I thoroughly enjoyed this song. And then you go to the first comment directly 2.5 inches under the video that says trash.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, maybe I have bad taste. Maybe I don't know what good music is. And then you go a little bit further, trash. And it's bots or whatever, And then you start to second guess, oh, maybe I shouldn't play this out, because the general consensus is people don't like this song. Jay-Z Sunshine being the topic this week.
Right.
Everyone's like, it wasn't that bad of a song.
I never was on that train. And granted, I was young when it came out. I've never been on the hating Volume 1 train. Like, I just thought it was good. I remember going out and buying, like, that was one of my first albums I ever bought.
For sure.
I wasn't on the train of hating it, so I never really understood the flag. But I was a kid. I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, so I don't.
Is it because everyone wanted dead presidents? Again?
Yeah.
Probably, but I think that's being a bad fan. He just
Like, I thought
simply
Hard
gotta
Knock
be a
Life
good
was
fan.
dope. Like, that's why I wanted it.
Yeah,
Super
I
dope.
mean, we have to understand growth artistically within ourselves and from the people that we put on these pedestals, right, for their talent. And I think that, like you said, now we can literally get on Twitter and voice our displeasure. Back then, the only way you could really voice your displeasure was through record sales, by either buying the album or not buying the album. If I didn't buy the album, the public doesn't agree with what the artist did.
Yeah.
But now you got people who, like you said, bots and these things that just bash the artist so crazily
Trolls.
that, again, we're getting 2-minute songs. We're getting, albums that are 16 songs, 32 minutes. It's just kind of like, what's really going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then at the flip, depending on who the artist is, you might get a Griselda. They might give you 2 verses. It could be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the song is a minute 58 seconds. And you like, yo, I'm ready to go commit a felony. You know what I'm saying? Like, real.
The way music is consumed, like, these days, like the method of consumption is so easily accessible, it like forces you to have a short attention span. Whereas before it was like you had to make a commitment. I'm
Yeah.
giving $20 to buy this
Yeah.
album. And
Yeah.
I hope to God it's good.
Yeah.
Like, because I love the single. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of banking on that.
Yeah.
But like you had a homie that made that commitment. You listen to his shit, and now you're like, all right, I'll go do it. So I got a copy or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
now it's like I could just listen to it. And there's probably a chance that like if it's cool, I'm only gonna listen to it once.
Yeah.
How many times have you gone back to that Silk Sonic album?
Oh, I haven't.
Nah.
I haven't. I got through it one time through.
Yeah.
And aside from the times that I have to play the singles, like
Mhm.
playing them out, never.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crooked though, because he's given the best. He gave the best review of what that album is. Because what do you think of Silk Sonic, by the way?
I think it's a missed opportunity. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Gray?
think it's a missed opportunity.
I was gonna say I liked it. I enjoyed the stick. I think it'd be great to see live.
It's probably a fun show live.
Yeah, it'll be a fun show live. But yeah, it was also one I listened to it. I was like, oh, that was great. But yeah, I've never thrown the album on again.
It
Like,
seems I think as far as like on this show, the reception has been
They did
like,
it on accident.
like
They
the
did it
DJ
on
community is
accident.
just like whatever about it.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's not great.
They did a troll on accident that worked.
And so what Crooked was saying, he said it seems almost like what's the word when you're making fun of something? Satire. It seems like almost a satire.
Yeah.
He said it's Jackie Moon. Like it's love you sexy.
It is.
Is it Disco Duck?
It's no, because Disco Duck is like straight up commercial, not even satire. It's like
Is this not commercial?
Damn, is it Disco Duck? I want to give it some authenticity because Anderson .Paak's involved, but like
right,
Hey,
superstar
Bruno
now.
Jack's your style, man.
What I was
Oh,
like,
Bruno, yeah. I mean, that's some personal shit. Like
yeah,
exactly.
off rip, Bruno just rips me off.
I
But
will say what I was kind of hoping for in the meeting of that, and what I got from like, what was the first single off that? It wasn't
Leave the Door Open.
Love Me Sexy.
What I was kind of hoping for was like, I was hoping for some of the artistry from Pac and then a lot more of the hook from Bruno. But then we ended up getting kind of like a watered down version of both.
Mhm.
I don't think it was supposed to be an album.
It wasn't.
I think they
no,
did
it
that
wasn't
one
supposed to be.
song
No.
together.
Yeah,
and
I've been
everybody was
saying
like,
that from
"Hell
day
yeah."
one.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
what
saying
you
that from
said.
day
And I'm
one.
like,
Yeah.
100%. Like,
This is what it is. It's someone that essentially walked into Studio 54 and was like, "Yo, this song I Feel Love is great. I'm a huge disco fan." And then they walked out. And they're like, yeah, this is it, you know. And it doesn't have the depth and the substance. It has the quick lines, it has the quick meme worthy moments,
Mhm.
it has the visuals, but it's very surface level.
Right.
There's no depth to it. There's no being like, oh, this reminds me of, I'm gonna use a perfect example right now, The Weeknd. When you hear The Weeknd, when he's putting these little Easter eggs in Dawn FM, you're like, oh shit, this is a great reference. That's a great sample. That's a great this. This Silk Sonic is just a broad overview
Mhm.
of an era that had so much content packed into it that we didn't even get to develop.
Right.
it seems
That's what
so
I think.
vague, like
Too
cloudy.
polished.
You phone it in by Bootsy
Yeah, it
on
was
it.
phoned in the mug.
Like it's not really a deep thought. And what's crazy is individually, these artists have both done these sort of albums
Yeah.
that like went well. Like
Yeah.
24 Karat, and then the one before that, the Mark Ronson one, where he was kind of doing like the New Jack thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
Mark was 24 karat too, right?
Yeah, so he had
Yeah.
two with Mark, and those
And
were
then
good. Like, as far as,
Locked
like-
Out of Heaven. Locked Out of Heaven was
Mhm.
the other one. And that's
Those are
fucking
great.
Yeah.
Those are great. I'm not particularly a fan, but art, like, it's just good music. Fine. But Anderson .Paak with No Worries, that shit was dope. Like,
yeah.
that's a 70s kick that's like not corny or phoned
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like some like Guitar Watson type vibe, or like even a little Blowfly because it's kind of rap. Like, it's not phoned in at all, and it's like perfectly well executed to where it's not corny. It for some reason just came across as so corny. But again, I don't think it was like a well thought out. It was like,
I think
we got to
It was labeled. It was labeled pressure.
label pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like they could have. I like the producer. He's a very talented guy, but I feel like they could have worked with many more people to
Yeah,
give this
they
project
did this in their
full
sleep.
life. Yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody involved is super talented.
Yeah,
right,
It just-
right.
they just really proved like how talented they were by putting this out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they really did this in their sleep.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so
yeah.
we could do this in our sleep. Here you go.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
think-
should have just left it.
But the
simple.
average layman wouldn't recognize
Yeah.
that.
Facts.
Well, because I was
Anyone in the club would just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get it.
Did the
Yeah.
Grammys happen already?
Grammys got postponed.
Did they postpone them?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Okay,
postponed it.
so we kind of touched on this, but we didn't really touch on this. Like, let's just do the under and over. Are they winning a Grammy?
No.
Are they performing?
I don't know.
They
I think
just
they're
probably
performing.
would've.
So
I
I
would
think they're
be-
performing. So if they're performing, they're winning a Grammy.
They're
Yeah.
winning. Let me. Should I do a number crunch on what they're nominated for?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of number crunch, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, I remember on Time Crisis, they were talking about, there was an interview where they said smoking out the window was literally just a joke that they made at the hotel room where they're blowing smoke out the window. And he was like, "Do you think we could write a whole song about that phrase?"
Yeah.
And, and that's what the whole album feels like. It's like, I don't know, can we write a song about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh
it
my
doesn't seem like
goodness.
it seems like they came up with a theme.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's like pick an era,
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know. Like, I listened to their Beats One radio show, and they're kind of like pulling in inspirations, like music that kind of inspired the sound, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to diss too hard on it, like, because like I jokingly make fun of Bruno Mars, but like, again, I think they're two talented artists who
Yeah.
have a deep like appreciation for the era. But
I mean, they're the utmost talented, and I think anything intensive, anything with a deep dive would go over the listener's head. I think they're creating music for their listener,
Mhm.
for the person that goes to the corporate event, for the
Oh, yeah.
person that turns on the
Suburban
radio.
Mom.
so
yeah,
the
yeah.
DJ opinion is so
Soccer
null and void.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the
yeah.
first
It's,
thing.
it's too dense.
Here's
It's
what's
too dense.
it's
Yeah.
too dense, and
Yeah.
like when I Google Silk Sonic Grammy nomination, I get "Leave the Door Open," the debut hit in 2021 summertime anthem for their
Oh.
critically acclaimed "An Evening with Silk Sonic," earns 4 nominations for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best R&B Performance, and Best R&B Song.
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't know
and
shit.
they're
We don't know
performing
shit.
too.
We
And
don't
they're
know
performing.
and they're gonna
They're
perform it,
they're gonna win something.
and everybody's mother is gonna love it, and they're gonna win. Under or over? What do you guys say? All 4?
Nah,
Best
One.
performance.
2.
I think 1.
Two.
2 out of 4?
2.
One.
You got 1.
I bet you they get album of the year.
No.
No.
I think yeah.
Ooh,
I-
that's
Wait a minute,
strong
who's on
pick.
album of the year?
Let's
If
see who the noms
if
are.
Adele's on the album of the year, Adele's winning.
That's fair.
Yo, her
Did that make the cut in
rollout was
time?
crazy. Yeah, 'cause
Rollout
that's
was
kinda late.
insane. she might have just made the cutoff though.
Yeah.
Time, yeah.
Let's
If
see,
she
I'm
didn't
gonna
make
pull
the
this up
cutoff,
right
then
now.
it's a whole.
Is there a Billie Eilish in there? That might win it.
Oh, that would be nuts too. General Field record of the year. Here we go. ABBA, that new ABBA joint.
Oh,
still
shit.
out there for you.
Trash. Unfortunately, trash.
John Batiste, Freedom. I Get a Kick Out of You. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
What the fuck?
These are record of the year.
Tony Bennett always
What
keeps
year?
his way up in.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Always.
This is 2022. Yeah, it's crazy. Tony Bennett and ABBA.
Tony stays pulling them. Let's say.
Justin
like that.
Bieber and Peaches. So the record of the year is singles, right?
Yeah.
I think so,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I'm looking at damn,
Album of the year.
Ooh, this
Uh,
is crazy. These credits
that
are.
list
Look at credits.
Wait a minute, was that all for that list?
Yeah, that was record of the year. I'm looking for album of the year, song of the year.
That
Best
list
new
felt like the
artist.
Robin Williams meme. Like, what year is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year is it? Yeah.
That was crazy. Here we go. Best instrumental. No, what is this list? Why do I have to see? I'm on the Grammy website, and this is just not like
User friendly.
at all. It's literally a long list of just. Oh my god! I wish this was like. This is not.
It's just nonsense.
It's nonsense, and it's giving you every credit for every album or a song, and so these lists are very long. I'll come back.
We'll go back to it.
'Cause
I
I got to get through every subgenre album right now.
I want us to do a Mount Rushmore today while we have everyone here. I want to do the Mount Rushmore of best edits and remixes for a DJ set. And I know we all have our go-tos, our edits and remixes that are the top, the best ever. I'll start it off and we can kind of follow in line because I think everyone would agree that Nick Bike's remix of Childish Gambino is up there. Redbone is a Mount Rushmore edit. Yeah. Better than the original. I think he put a nice little touch on it.
Yeah.
Definitely to make it more accessible. Yeah. What else?
I mean, I'll be the person to say it. I think we got to put that fucking Crooklyn Clan.
Oh, Be Faithful?
Yeah. Right? That's a Mount Rushmore. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
It has to be. It has to be.
The song is the bane of my existence.
It will not die.
That is Vegas as Vegas gets. Yeah. What else? Travis, Jerome?
Mount Rushmore's tough, man. I mean,
greatest edits.
Pursuit of Happiness, was that big?
Yeah, Aoki.
That's a good one.
That's still an anthem. That's crazy.
Who really made that? I don't know. I'd like to know. I like to know. Steve was on the road for 350 days a year. I don't know who made that.
or the Kruger's 8-track one. Which one was that?
Oh, the Day and Night.
Not Day and Night.
I mean, there's Heads Will Roll.
Heads Will Roll.
A-track?
That's what I was trying to say.
A-track, Heads Will Roll.
Yeah.
Heads Will Roll was huge.
That's a good one.
I don't know if it's Mount Rushmore, but it was an era.
Yeah. It was just, you know.
I'm gonna throw one in that Jerome will know. I think Neek might know it. Heavenly Break, Ellie Escobar.
Oh yeah.
I think that's royalty.
Anything in New York City, anytime in New York City, that goes crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I am dying right now at what oh my god, we just said the name.
Be Faithful.
Be Faithful. That is so
funny.
Funny.
It out. You've deleted it from your.
I've deleted it from my mind.
It always works. It always works.
Never fails.
For better or worse.
If I
that's like, oh shit, what should I hit?
But he's like that edit is like the George Washington.
It's the GOAT, man. It's literally the Michael Jordan of edits.
Because there was a time, and I think they even talked about it on the Road podcast. There was a time it was like, I don't know, nothing's working here.
Yeah.
This track.
It's in the DMX party up in the X, Y, and Z. And
does Heartbeat club version count as a DJ edit?
Heartbeat from Childish?
No, Heartbeat.
John Legend.
John Legend.
No. Oh. The OG West End Records. Heartbeat. Tana Gardner.
Yeah.
The club version, the B-side.
Yeah.
Is that a DJ edit? That's a Larry Levan edit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Stand on the Word because that's not the OG.
That's too cut. That's too cut. That's a head song.
That's
too
for
deep. Heartbeat everybody knows.
Yeah.
But you got to play the club version, not the the single version.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if that counts, but
Mount Rushmore. It's a great.
That's so funny. Okay, I got the album nominations.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys ready for this?
Back to some serious talk.
It's crazy. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if this is because Silk Sonic isn't on here. Meet this year's album of the year nominees. John Batiste, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, Her, Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, and Kanye West.
Oh wow.
It's got to be Olivia, right? Or Taylor?
It's gonna be Taylor.
It's always Taylor.
Yeah,
it's always Taylor, right?
It's Taylor.
Doja Cat, that's kind of cool.
Will they take the risk?
But they always do that curvball sometimes too, though. So I'm almost thinking
Batiste with Taylor and Kanye for the same number.
Oh yeah, again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both on again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, but was Drake snubbed on this?
Drake pulled his songs out.
Oh, he pulled his own shit out?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Why? He said it was mid?
Trash.
It's not the album that
This ain't the one.
This ain't the
Yeah,
mid
this-
awards.
Throwaway
This ain't the mid
tracks,
awards.
man.
He's
He
like,
said
Kanye, we're pulling our albums, right? Kanye is like, yeah, for sure. Go ahead. You go first.
You go first.
Just
Yeah.
like how he did at the concert.
Yeah.
I'll do new songs.
Yeah. New songs only. Drake was watching. That's why Drake was crying. They showed a video of Drake crying and saying a lot. Drake was like, damn, I didn't have my DJ set ready for this.
Yeah.
So confused as why Drake would pull out. Like a nomination.
Because it's not the out. This is
Kid. No, I'm just kidding.
this is not the one.
But even a nomination is like,
It's not the one.
who cares if he loses? He gets nominated. Like that's
Right.
itself an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like, why would you take one number off of a nomination?
Yeah. Does he not need them anymore? He's just like, I'm stacked. Like, I'm good.
I'm stacked. I got enough nominations. Like,
How
just,
ma-
who
I don't
cares
know.
if you don't win? You're in there.
How many songs are we playing from Drake and Kanye's album still in 2022?
I mean, girl wants girls.
Yeah.
I'm still playing the eccentric.
Too sexy?
jail edit.
Too
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah, Too Sexy still up. Knife Talk, the project.
Yeah.
Knife
Yeah.
Talk. I like TSU, but I mean, that's just like
I
a
just
filler
played
record for me.
TSU on Saturday too.
Yeah, it's like a
Played
filler
it
record.
out?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Any
Uh,
Kanye?
Kanye?
From
None. I'm
Kanye.
not playing any Kanye.
24
Huh.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Like I said, that jail eccentric edit, I still play that.
I don't want to give like a real opinion
Oh, yeah,
on Kanye's
Jail.
album. I just haven't finished it. It's too.
No.
It's long and it's changed. It's probably different 3 times over now by the time you
Yeah.
listen to
No,
it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He always edits it.
Yeah.
I like got halfway through and was like, I just
Yeah.
heard the I don't know.
Well, Donda 2's coming out. He just announced he's doing Donda 2.
I haven't even got
And
through one.
we should talk about this jam session that he's doing with AB and Madonna and all of
in the
that.
game.
Everyone hanging out, ripping fucking
Actually,
lines of
that
Sneef.
song that he did that the game previewed.
Oh.
He's
That
talking
song's
about.
great.
That song's
I haven't-
fire.
It came out though, right? It's out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Premiere's,
that video
Premiere's
clip
doing the
looks
cuts on
crazy.
the end.
It's petty as hell.
Yeah.
It's
That
petty
video
as hell.
clip with that's just like every
That-
questionable person in Hollywood.
That video,
that was for a commercial, right?
that
Was
video
it?
clip
Madonna,
sounded like a
For what?
Antonio Brown.
For what?
commercial,
And was it
right?
an NFT commercial?
Something like that, or like a Fashion Nova commercial or something
Every
like that, man.
bonkers
I
ass
think it's a
person
commercial.
in one
Who
room.
else? Mayweather was in there.
Yeah.
Mayweather. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are all these people doing
What-
together? What the?
that-
What are you guys? What are you dogging about?
That
What-
video looked like a burner phone going off.
Yeah.
Aside from,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Aside from being fucking batshit crazy, what do Kanye West,
Yeah.
fucking Mayweather, Antonio Brown, and Madonna have in common?
Yeah.
What
lot
are
of
y'all
money.
talking about?
A lot of
That's an
money.
after party you show up to and you're not getting a fucking word in.
Yeah.
You're not saying
Oh
a
my God.
fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
shutting the fuck up in that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a party I don't want to be at. Where you're like, yeah, I think we should open a food truck.
I
think
don't
that's
wanna
a
be
good idea. You know?
I don't want to
God.
be at that party, but I
Just a
hell want to
million
be at that party.
collabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's collabing. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody's.
Not a damn thing. The only collab is calling the plug. That's what it's going on there. Yeah.
Do you think
Jesus.
anybody in that room suggested working with each other, or just told each
Oh.
other about what they're doing?
Yeah. Who called Madonna, or did Madonna just show up?
Yeah.
She, in my opinion, has just a seat at that table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the people in that room, she needed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just bad news. You show up to that party and you're like, fuck, a lot of talking tonight.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just you
Lot
gotta
of-
limber up because it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
got a lot
This
of
is gonna be
listening
This
to
is gonna
do.
be a 2-hour goodbye. If
Hey, before you go, I just wanted to run a couple things by you. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, no one's eating this week, huh? No, that's crazy. Nobody's hungry. All right. So you started in Arizona, then you moved out east. I want to talk about the transition and the difference in the DJ sound between Los Angeles, Arizona, and DC, because I know you play at the Dime. So kind of
Dime,
tell us your thought process going into it between playing in these three cities. Because I don't, Travis has played in Arizona at a festival.
Yeah.
I've never played in Arizona. You
No.
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 Neek, no. What's Arizona's vibe?
Hip hop. They want to
Straight
hear
hip
hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get away with the big room stuff and the remixes. There's a great house and great dance scene, but
Yeah.
they want to hear hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's dudes that just grew up on hip hop. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So more of the popular stuff, but they'll ask for some crazy requests, and the management is always excited to hear stuff like that. So, it's Arizona, it's commercialized stuff. You know what I mean?
So bottle service,
big bottle service stuff. Yeah, Scottsdale is a thing. For sure, like it has a scene.
Scottsdale is a
it's its own little thing.
People enjoy themselves greatly out there. I think because it's just sort of a little bit of a hidden treasure. They don't expect it, and when they see it, it's kind of just like bam, all of this. It's like one block, but there's like 15 venues in one block, and it's just so dense that everything is half inside outside because the weather obviously is so nice. That they don't have like walls. It's all like stuff that rolls up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's big systems, good systems. Everything's like function one quality out there, and it's a good like hometown scene for sure. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it when I go back home. DC is you got to have everything. Like DC, you have to literally be versed in everything with the exception of like country music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such an international city. You know what I'm saying? So for example, DC has the second highest population of Ethiopians in the world outside of Ethiopia. Right. So you have to know some of just the basic stuff of just like of what they enjoy. The Afrobeat scene, there's a huge population of Nigerians, you know what I'm saying, Sudanese, Ghanaians, the whole nine. And so you have to be like, not just know like, oh, this is the song to have, but like when to play it, who to play it to. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay up on that just as much as you stay up on anything else. Whereas Arizona, that might not be the case so much. You know what I mean? But R&B is big. Obviously, like Marvin Gaye is from DC and A. Marie, and there's a great history of R&B in DC. So you've got to just stay up on your music at all accounts, because people, I say it often, but DJing for a room full of Black women is a welcome challenge, because you would think that they want to just hear one thing, and that's never the case. You have to know when they want to hear Olivia Rodrigo, when they want to hear, you know what I'm saying, Khalees, then they want to hear Drake, then they want to hear City Girls. But it's a challenge that you just can't look at a room full of Black women and be like, hey, they just want to hear one thing. Like, you're gonna fall on your face, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So, but also we're just we're here, so it's like reggae, huge. You know what I'm saying? All the Caribbean stuff is just huge. Your classic hip hop, because we are 4 hours from New York. Like, it's just a big mixing bowl, man. It's just everything, and it's just a great opportunity, I think, as a DJ, to have a huge library of music that you can appreciate as a human and as a DJ. LA was dope. I got to do the do-over in 2009, so I did it in the small.
No big deal, sir.
I did the backyard, and do-over is awesome. I met Morse Code there. Have you guys had Nugget? Have you guys had Nugget?
No, not yet.
So Nugget's the man. I met him there. We're still like cool to this day because of that. I think Mayor Hawthorne opened for us that day. Like, it was
just Mayor, no big deal.
This is when like Aloe Black was still on the mic, so it was just like a fun time. And LA, man, I think the Dime is cool because it feels like doesn't feel like the most LA of rooms all the time, like especially on a Saturday night, right? Like I know, like, shout out to Artistic, he does it on Mondays, and I heard it goes crazy, but Saturdays was just very much like everybody just wants to hear everything. And the Dime is transformed. It used to be very much a 90s hip hop and 2000, and now like the last couple of times they're like doing bottle service in there, and they're doing,
really,
like, standing on couches. Yeah,
they didn't do bottle service when I played there. I played the As Is joint, the Sunday OGs. OG Sunday. Shout out to As Is.
Shout out to As Is for sure. So I love the Dime, man. I wish there was a Dime in every city, just because of the quality of the people and the experience. And I like small rooms. You know what I mean? You can see everybody. You've played. The bar is right there.
It's right there.
People are walking past you to go past the bathroom all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that intimate feeling. So anytime it's just having good music on deck, realizing, okay, I'm gonna play, the I Choose You sample into I Choose You. Into the Outkast record, and they're gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna throw some D's after that. And then I'm gonna play. It's just like getting those reactions from those crowds, man. It's something that I look forward to. And LA has always been great to me, man. I absolutely love it out there. So having the opportunity to play all three of those places is good. And I think it helps me play in all the different cities when I'm able to play in those consistently, you know?
So when you come to Twitch, what's your itch that you're scratching? That French touch avenue? Are you getting more in that bag or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my up tempo 118 and 122 a little bit more. Maybe run some soulful house records. Like I love the Days Like This record. You know what I'm saying? Playing that, just letting that run, and with the Heaven song by The Vision. I've been listening to that a lot lately, and just like, you know, just trying to like what I don't get to play in the club so much, or even at the private gigs or the corporate gigs. You know, I still would like to get that, like you said, scratch that itch. Yeah. And so Twitch provides that opportunity, as long as it's not like a themed stream or something like that. You know what I mean? So
are you still streaming a lot?
No, I'm gonna get back on tomorrow, but
okay. Hell yeah.
But I just, you know, real life took over in DC in June. That's when DC reopened. And the opportunity to play out was there consistently at a variety of different venues. There were nightclubs, there were outdoor spaces, there were private events, there were you know, just a myriad of different things. And I was just like, yo, man, I'm gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? And it worked. My daughter's getting older, so you know, me and her mom are on great terms, so we can make that work in terms of me taking these opportunities to just get back out there. You know what I'm saying? And DC is going through a lot with the mask mandates. They just put one back in that started this past Saturday. So I've seen a couple clubs that are just giving up for like 2 months. They're like, yeah, we'll just come back when the mask mandate. Yeah.
Wow, just a little winter break.
I mean, you know, it's either that or you get a $10,000 fine, from what I understand, for it. So when they walk in, they got to show you the vax card. So if you don't ask, or if you let somebody in that doesn't have it, I believe it's a $10,000 fine per individual.
Oh wow. Jeez. That's big money.
That could be stupid.
Money.
That's big.
So I
big
can see why they'd.
Yeah. So, and the two places that I know that are closing, say hello.
Hey.
They are they're bigger places, so the opportunity for somebody to slip up is probably a lot more probable to happen. And so they're just like, you know what, let's just not even go down this lane, because if the liquor board has to review your tapes or do whatever the case may be, it could be real ugly for you.
Oh my God. So what's the next iteration of nightlife look like? Let me ask you this, because we have a lot of guests on here and we kind of talk to them about, okay, we've gone through bottle service. We've gone through the peak of bottle service. I think we're on the next swing of things. What does that look like? More sports bars, more daytime? What does that look like for DC?
I think in general, for us, we do our best experiences are when we throw our own parties.
Sure.
Right. So doing the club is cool, but it just feels like a lot of people in DC have been clubbing for so long, they're looking for a different experience. The daytime, Sunday afternoons activity out here is huge. You're out by 1, you're turned up by 5, you're passed out by 9. And people love that experience in DC, right? We've been fortunate enough. I have a crew called Rock Creek Social Club. We've been doing parties for 13 years now. And we've partnered with Everyday People like 6 or 7 times. And to see how Everyday People runs their business, it's just like you create that desire, that need, that people want to pay $25, $50 a ticket to come party. And like I said, during the day. And, you know, with your own parties, you play what you want, right? You can still sell bottles, but if I'm selling bottles to, you know, Afrobeat songs, it's a lot more fulfilling to a lot of other people than Way Too Sexy for the 4th time in 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I feel like the DJs and the crews that are able to put sort of those things together, I think there's a huge, huge opportunity to just travel the world, really, because people like to have those experiences. You know what I'm saying? The clubs are kind of jaded. Oh, we don't do Jordans, we don't do this, we don't do that. But if I'm buying my ticket, the sun's up, I got my 4 people with me, we're gonna have us a good time. You know what I'm saying? Unless the weather's bad, I really don't see a problem with that, you know? In terms of the clubs and stuff, I think the places are going to get smaller. I think the smaller places in DC do the best. A lot of my friends are going from like okay, we go to the places, now we own the places. So they're trying to figure that out. What can we do to attract a good crowd here? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be too rowdy. That's not going to, you know what I'm saying, cause a ruckus. And a lot of it too falls on the DJs. We're dealing with a shift in DJs. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 41. So you start to look at these younger kids and they're different with how they approach DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where venues don't want to buy equipment now because they're not taking care of it as well. You know what
Is
I'm
that
saying?
a big issue by you?
It's becoming one.
Yeah.
It's becoming one. You know what I'm saying? These mixers are getting beat up after months because it's like, well, who's in here? You know what I'm saying? But there's one club in DC that hires, I want to say every DJ is like maybe 35 and older, and the equipment is spotless because we all take care of it. But the ones where it's just like, yeah, we got like the Hennessy and waffles day party coming in, and I come in
all
after
over
them,
the mixer.
and the mixer's just gone. Like, where's the mixer? We don't know, bro. We trying to find you one. Yo, then it's like, yo, how close do you
It's
live?
in the kitchen
It's
with
like,
the waffles.
exactly. It's in the kitchen underneath the waffle maker. They're both
Shake
warm.
it out. It's just leaking syrup.
Turn it upside down. It's just like, you know. So, I think the responsibility, man. It's just, you know, I think all of us have a really good insight on things, and for me, I know a lot of DJs are starting to utilize that in addition to DJing. Well, if I know how to program a night, I can program 2 or 3 nights and not have to DJ all of them. I can book DJs over here, or I can actually set up your club and tell you the best place to put a DJ booth. I know a lot of DJs that are moving in that direction, just utilizing their skill to say we can make the experiences better for both ourselves and the patrons as well.
For sure. You know, I got to talk about it. We have to bring it up. What are DJ rates looking like in DC right now? Is it bad? Is it good? Where are we at?
It's pretty bad.
It's bad.
It's pretty bad. It's like, I'm scared to say no to that, so I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, you guys you're not well versed in the art of negotiation. You're just saying, I'm gonna take this 150 and 2 drink tickets.
Oof.
And that's it. And I'm gonna play for 4 or 5 hours, and I'm gonna bring my controller. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are DJs who listen, I'm not paying. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't play for that much, right? Y'all see my.
If anyone's listening and thinks this man plays for that, get off. Turn this off right now. You didn't do your research before you came in here. Get out of here. Yeah.
But I just feel like, you know,
there's people who are accepting that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's because you have to understand. Like, I don't think they see themselves as assets or as business people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna lose a gig asking for too much money, and that's okay. But that should let you know that that's not the place you want to play in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to realize that. And if you want to increase your value, then, you know, let's put some mixes out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about TikTok, but I see people going crazy on TikTok. And, you know, there are ways to increase your value if you feel like you should be getting more. But technically, you know, also the art of like going out. People aren't going out to just chop it and hear a good DJ and say what's up. Like, they don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yo, man, I came to your party. When can I play it? You know, never.
The art of being
you're getting a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like, you're never gonna play it because you're not skilled. You're probably a great DJ. You might be able to bring out a lot of good people. Yeah. But just be a fan first. Just come out, be the homie.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take some shots. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the art of being cool. Like, just be a likable fucking person.
Be a human being. And I say all the time, be a fucking human being. Everyone's programmed on this track to be like, okay, I'm at the next train station. I'm at the next train station. You know, we're just powering through. There's a lot that's lost and we mentioned it last week, in the bedroom DJ. You know, in the opener DJ. I'm sure you're playing for, you know, you've played countless times where you're like, this guy's fucking burning me. And they have no idea that they are.
They don't know.
They have no fucking clue. You know, like, you can't blame someone if they're completely oblivious to these unwritten rules, you know, and it's not gatekeeping. It's just like, hey, be conscientious of the next person, or, you know,
I agree, but they're not like, I want them to contribute to the scene. Right.
Absolutely.
Contribute to the scene of more than just the big bottle service club. Because I play the big bottle service clubs and I have for a long time. But you can catch me at the small little spots on Wednesday, the African spot on Thursday. Like, just contribute to the scene. The nights that I don't have my daughter and I'm not DJing, which is very rare, I'm out. I'm in the streets. Last night, like I said, we sat at a bar and listened to Bay Area music, and everybody was an industry person, and we just had a good time.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was nobody was saying, yo, when can I play your place? When can I do this? It was just like, let's just enjoy each other's company. You know, so enjoy my party. I'm gonna come support yours, even if I have a gig. I'm gonna come through early, run up a little tab, and let's just look out for each other. And I think, you know what I'm saying, that's what the DJs can do to help each other. And I think just becoming well versed in the business of being a DJ as well, and just understanding, like, you know, I think people are very fortunate if you just DJ, right? Like, just in the times that we're in right now, if you can just DJ, fantastic. But if you have to add some things, you know, just be knowledgeable about the business that you're in, and just understand how other cities work, other DJs, and how everyday people might work versus the do-over, and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. Just be fully aware, so you can bring a lot to the table, and that will increase your value as well.
Yes.
Gems. Dropping fucking gems on them.
Hey man, old.
On a Monday. On a Monday.
It's a Monday afternoon, man.
On a Monday afternoon. You do DJ at Commonwealth, you do DJ at Darling Nikki. Those are two of your regulars, right? Out by you.
So our Commonwealth is different than the Vegas Commonwealth. Our Commonwealth is a sneaker store, so I work there.
Commonwealth is a sneaker store. Okay.
Sneaker store, yeah. So I've been there for like 15 years, I think. It's a cool little, like, I mean, I'm there for the discount, baby. Like, let me get these New Balance, and I'll make sure nobody steals nothing, you know. But those are the homies too, though. Those are the homies. And Darling Nikki is my man Matthias and myself.
Yeah,
and,
shout out Matthias.
Yeah, it's the homie, man. And we just wanted to, again, do it our way. You know what I'm saying? So we make edits. We got a bunch of new stuff coming soon on the music tip. And party-wise, we just couldn't find a night that we wanted to go to, which was hear everything, be around everybody. And so we created it, and it's been a 6 months of success.
Damn, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I want to ask, it's going to be tough. You're going to hate me for this. Top 3 Prince songs off the dome. You name it, Darling Nikki. You know I had to come for you. What we got?
Darling Nikki's number 1, because that's obviously like
Yep.
The Dimitri in Paris edit of I Want to Be Your Lover. Does that count, or do I just say I Want to Be Your Lover? Yeah.
That'll count. Yeah.
That's fire. I love that edit. So good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The Ballad of Dorothy Parker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you heard the King Most edit of that?
I haven't. Is it crazy?
Yes.
It's fucking.
I'll check his Bandcamp for it for sure.
Shout out to King Most. He's probably, him and Nick Bike are the two.
Go crazy.
I could play the rest of my DJ career with just that.
And shout out to Trays too, man. I play a lot of Trays.
Trays and Nopa also.
DC guy. Yeah, Nopa. Shout out to Nopa. That's on me too. So for sure.
DC has no shortage of incredible fucking DJs. You know, Impulse out there, you're out there, Bo is out there. It's stupid. It's absolutely insane.
I think a lot of it is we get opportunity, just like you guys probably have like seen. There's just so many opportunities to play out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you understand, like I said, a little how to move in different genres. So, like, if you can do a whole Afrobeat night, you're the king out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like disco night. I think you played at what's the spot you played at?
Yeah, you played disco joint out here, Carl.
Yeah, what's the disco joint you played?
Oh, Paradise Fever
at Neek's party.
No, in DC. You played in DC.
Oh, in DC.
I played in DC. I played at
the disco joint.
It was a disco.
Oh yeah.
I played there too. Yeah.
What is that called?
That was like
Players
2019.
Players Club.
Players
Club. Yeah. Shout out to that crew out there, man.
So just the opportunity to have a whole night full of 70s, 80s, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of just opportunities to play out here, and it's a very corporate city. We're not New York when it comes to the corporate events, but we're probably second, honestly. And we have no entertainment industry, but there's just a ton of private corporate gigs out here. So once you're in the matrix, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think everyone should have to hold a dance floor at a 70s club like that. I think that should be one of your little DJ checklist things where it's like, can you keep the room on a 70s night? Can you keep it on an 80s or a 90s night? can you play before Diplo without burning him? You know, like you can't, those little things like that, where it's like, okay, cool, now you're ready to take your own night. Like, go ahead. And
it's kind of funny. I was telling my buddy Lloyd about this, and it's something I still do to this day. It's kind of like a weird practice thing that I do. I always build opening sets, imaginary opening sets. Because when I started opening for artists, I was like, okay, what do I play so that I don't burn them, but it's in the same style, blah, blah, blah. So I just make random sets where I'm like, if I open for Pitbull, what the fuck am I going to play here? And I'm like, and it's just like a weird practice thing that I do. Like I try to come up with sets based on that. Like, can I play an hour of this person, something similar to this person's music without burning them or playing their tracks? You know? Just like a weird little
That's
little
dope.
it's good. It's good.
That.
I do like that. Piggybacking off of that, Jerome, you're opening your own nightclub. What's the name of the club and who is your resident DJ?
I would call it Burls, Berys. That's my mother's name. So I just find like it's very unique. You know, I'd be like, why did you get named that? You know what I'm saying? So
well, I will close my club. That's bad news for me.
But I would call it Burls because, like I said, there's no who is my resident DJ. So my man Spencer Tracy, he's from DC, lives in Miami now. He is a uber talented DJ, and he would be the resident because he's very good. I'd probably have my man Stereo Faith too, because like I said, he plays such a wide variety of music. I would want the DJs to follow suit in that, you know? Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Neek.
So you are being endorsed by a fast food establishment of your choosing.
Oh my goodness.
What is the Jerome Baker III meal and where is it?
Oh, yo, listen, Rallies. Gotta be Rallies.
Oh,
Rallies.
Rallies.
I think it's Rallies. I think it's Checkers on the East Coast, but I think it's Rallies out west.
Yeah.
Is it Checkers out there?
Yeah, it's Checkers out here.
Yeah, but y'all know what we talking
Kind
about.
of a regional thing out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's Pizza Hut out in Portland, actually.
The meal, man, you know, those fries, I gotta get like a double X on the fry because the fries are amazing.
Hell yeah.
Probably just like a double bacon cheeseburger. So I don't know. I don't even eat pork, but one of those things. Like
You said I'm going all out.
Yeah, I'm going all out.
Break it. What's the drink?
Oh man, a cold Sprite. You know that cold Sprite that just hits you real properly. Yeah.
I like when my Sprite hurts a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Catch your breath. Catch your breath on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those that hits your lips. You're like, I'm not that hungover, actually.
Game over.
Good. Yeah. Travis.
Jerome, we are developing our DJ Biopic Cinematic Universe. So in this DJ Biopic Cinematic Universe, who is playing Jerome Baker III? It can be anybody in the entertainment realm, dead or alive, or animated of your choice.
Oh, wow. This is fantastic. You know, Martin Lawrence.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
That's my show. I watch that too often. So
Yes. Okay.
Bring Martin back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
real.
Martin back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on now. It's on. Like I got it on YouTube. It's like the screen's like half black. Different cameras back in the day. So
Yo.
I like that.
I want to slide this in because I did see some talk. I saw your post with Ninth Wonder, and it's just fucking incredible for you to be in that capacity where you guys, you know, you run into each other, you get to work with him. I want to ask, how big was his contribution out there and that Little Brother album and all of that? Did that have a major effect in DC?
I think the Ninth Wonder stuff when I was in college, the Little Brother stuff when I was in college. So because the listening and all that stuff kind of was, I think it was like 03-ish, 04 maybe.
Yeah.
So I got to DC in 03, and in college their sound was just very like, it was like new. It was like a new sound for the heads. Like it wasn't the same old kind of. It was kind of really dope everyday man rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a regular guy. I'm not serving keys. I'm not over here like shooting people. I just have problems like everybody else, and that's what Little Brother. To dope beats and dope samples, you know what I'm saying? And then like Fonte and Pooh haven't been as visible in DC area, but Ninth Wonder is in DC pre-pandemic, obviously. consistently. I mean, I'd see him every 3 months in DC.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And
didn't he teach at Harvard? He taught at Harvard too, right?
Maybe he did. Yeah, but he just has his crew is called True School. One of the managers is up here, my man T Reeves, and then 2 DJs, my guy Cousin B and Face. They live in DC as well.
Cousin B.
Yeah. So I've been to his birthday party, and we did a Obama when he got in the office one night. I used to be store manager at Stussy. So we did a party one night, and it was Ninth Wonder, David Banner, Charles Hamilton, Wale, and it was
Charles Hamilton. Shout out.
Yeah.
And
That's a name you don't hear anymore.
Exactly. And Ninth Wonder's on the turntables. And he's the nicest guy in the world. Nicest guy, super cool. I ran into him again at we have a festival called Broccoli City out here. We chopped it up, and I really was just like, yo, man, thank you for the Kendrick record. I was like, you killed it. And he was like, bro, you don't understand how many times I don't hear that. He was like, I never, and I was just like, well, I'm telling you, bro. So, you know, but he was just very thankful just for me to even be acknowledging him. And so, yeah, man, he's an awesome guy. His production is stellar. I just watched this NPR thing last night, matter of fact. So,
damn,
it's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
It's Ninth Wonder, you know, and I think he could, in certain circles, he could go toe to toe with Pharrell. I think that would be a good matchup for beat. I mean, it'd be interesting.
It would be.
I miss that era of rap, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool time too.
Yeah.
You know who else? Actually, now I think about it, that era and your neck of the woods, Kev Brown.
Kev Brown is from DC, Low Budget Crew. Yep, their whole Odyssey is my guy. That's my dude. I was with his photographer last night. Like, they are an extremely talented group of individuals who I believe never got their national recognition. No. Obviously, within certain circles, they are well known.
The OK Player guys.
Yeah. And like Grap Leva, who is Pete Rock's brother, lives in Maryland. Him and Kev Brown are super tight. So there's a lot of connecting pieces. You know, rest in peace, Biz Marquis was in Laurel, Maryland for the longest. Dave from De La, he's in Maryland. There's all these people that are in Maryland. Like, it's a very but yes, Kev Brown, I'm sorry to get off course, but
no,
Kev Brown
you're
is
good.
Kev Brown is he's a monster. He's a monster. Yeah.
Does he pop up around?
Never.
He's chilling.
Like,
cool.
We had one record store about 10 years ago where you could see him every Friday night. He played beats. It was like a, you know, like a good, like a scene. It was like a thing. But once they closed, man, I haven't seen the guy in since 2010. Yeah.
That's crazy. I Do What I Do is like integral.
Insane. Yeah.
That's like high school iPod. Like, that never left.
Bring that back. I want to take a look at that since you said I want to see what's on your iPod from high school.
I have it somewhere in here. I'm just probably gonna make a playlist with.
What was the Sad Boy song? The first one that you think of.
I Do What I Do was on there. That album had Alone Again.
Yeah.
Alone Again, been that way for some time. And then Blue in Exile was on there. Yeah, those are my angsty walking in the rain home from the bus stop.
It's not a phase. It's not a phase,
Mom. I'm fucking trapped in these thoughts. Angsty junior in high school.
Enough. That's a slippery slope. We're not going down there.
No, for real. I'll fucking start barring up.
My man's in the club crying.
I'm in the club
crying in bottle service. The Nick Lopez story. Jerome, what's a podcast? Tell us about it. What the fuck?
Oh man, it's just being homies that took our conversations from when it was slow in Commonwealth, and we just started a podcast. You know, like. Obviously working retail, you got free time, you know, and people come in, but whatever. So we would just talk, and we've been friends for 15 years, and it was just like, yo, let's just try to have a podcast. And so it was cool. We did it in person. We've been doing virtual. We all live in DC, but we're doing virtual obviously since the pandemic started. And but even now, we still haven't seen each other in the podcast space since. I don't think we have any plans of going back, but it's cool, man. It's fun.
Do they DJ as well, or just you?
Nah, they're just in the streets a lot. My guy Abdul is a big Nike person. He's like really respected up there by Nike. And my man Streetwear Eddie is literally in the streets. Like I was like, bro, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, be careful. But
he's like, these
so,
podcasts keep getting shorter and shorter.
yeah,
Not a lot of information in here.
I'm not gonna make it this week. I'm out of town. All right, you got it. No questions asked, buddy. No questions asked.
When you get back.
Yeah. Be safe, okay?
Yo, we always mention it. I want to bring it back for this episode because I know you're well versed, man. On a Stranded Island, one album only. What are you bringing with you?
Yeah.
Uptown Saturday Night by Camp Love.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
This is
With the
it. What?
quickness.
And that was off top,
With the
too.
quickness,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I mean, the beats were just fantastic.
Can't
They
blow
said
up.
absolutely nothing of value. Right?
Nothing.
Just
But
cadence. They weren't saying
the
shit.
cadence, right?
Yeah.
But the
That shit was
entertainment
also in
value,
iPad.
the entertainment value, you just felt real fly listening to it. You're like,
Yeah.
this is like,
Yeah.
this is
That
like,
shit
I'm a rat.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit had me talking hella dumb in school.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what
I'll
is
go
Nico
to the
talking about?
bartender. I'll take a amaretto.
That's what I'm saying. So just the entertainment value, man, and Ski was in a great place coming off of Reasonable Doubt. He did that album next, so it was just like,
Yeah.
he just had a, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, man, yeah, that's my joint.
And they
Yes.
still got it. I saw them maybe 10 years ago, and it was the greatest live show. They're dressed to the fucking nines.
Yeah,
It was cool. It was the hippest shit, and they had endless energy on stage. So
Yeah,
shout out to Camp Low.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're
absolutely.
listening and you haven't heard of Camp Low, I know there's some of you. You don't need to raise your hand. Just go listen to that
do
album.
it,
Yeah.
please. Shout out to
It's-
Excel for the intro edit. He has like a sample into the original.
Mm.
It's fucking
Oh
fire.
yeah, Excel does.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
played that all pandemic. Yep, all over Twitch. Yeah.
Mm.
Fire.
Jerome, you're heavy in the Bandcamp game. Mixes and edits, you got plenty from you. Let me ask you this. We will ask a couple more questions and then we'll send you on your way, sir. What is your favorite edit or remix you've ever made?
Oh wow. Our Peaches. Do we put Peaches out? I think we put Peaches out. Yeah, Peaches is good. Oh, I did the Chloe and Halle.
Oh.
I did a remix of their joint over the summertime, and I've never really dipped below like 115 BPM. It was 82, so it was just like the song's called "Do It."
Do
You
it.
play that a lot,
Yeah,
right?
joint's
Yeah.
called "Do It."
Yeah.
And it just was a new space for me. I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, like get uncomfortable, and I was like, well, it actually worked this time. Like it
Right.
actually
Mhm.
was a new experience for me, and just to like not want to jump it up and go Kate Renata on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was a favorite, and then obviously the Phil Ade record that I did a while ago. That was a great, because Phil's a good friend and he's a talented artist. And yeah, those two are my favorites for sure.
Mhm.
What do you have coming up on the production front?
Darling Nikki, this is Darling Nikki. I want to say we'll have the full project done mid-April. 9 joints, and we're just looking to. We just started a new joint yesterday with the Amen break, so we're looking forward to just going everywhere with it. We just did another. We have Matthias is big into the UK stuff, so we got the UK joint popping off, and we got my man Dave. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming, man. So this is Darling Nikki is what it's going to be called, and it should be like early to mid-April.
All right.
I love that. Where can people find you on the DJ scene IRL?
I'm fortunate that I get to play a lot of different places, so there's nothing that's like locked in all the time.
Sure.
So just Jerome Baker 3 RD on your social media, and I just put out where I'm playing in that space. Yeah.
And then you
Before you
said
take-
Twitch is coming back?
We're just going back tomorrow. Yes.
Hell yeah.
My daughter goes
Hell yeah.
back to school, so I'm like, free time, you know.
Hell
what I mean?
yeah.
So let me
Hell
do
yeah.
something with it instead of watching like Avengers all day, you know. What I mean?
Neek, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
No,
ahead.
you good. Before we bounce out of here, we need a contribution to our playlist. So
Yeah.
just give us any song that you're just feeling right now, new, old, whatever, something you feel like needs to be on the 515 playlist.
There is a song by a dude named Youngin Lips, and the song is called Misunderstood. but it is the Kebu for the club edit. So it starts off like a trap record, and then midway it turns into like a UK, like sort of garage. I don't know.
Garage.
Garage. So
Cheers.
midway through the song, it just goes like
Garage.
UK garage, and you're like, oh, this is fire, and then it goes back to the trap joints.
Wait a minute. What's that edit called?
Kebu, CABU for the club edit, and the artist's name is Youngin Lips. Why? He's like some British dude. He's kind of mumbling the whole way through, but the beat is so tight you just want to dance the whole time. It's like, yeah, it's cool. It's a good look.
You find that, Travis?
Nope, not yet.
I'll send it to you if you want it though, or it might not be. It gotta be on streaming.
It's got to be on streaming.
It's a Spotify playlist.
I gotta. Okay. Okay. What about the? Nah, that's not on Spotify either. We're gonna find it though. We're gonna be all right, people. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna be all right.
It's too dense. The DJs are too dense. They got too much.
We're gonna
See, this is what happens when you ask the DJ for one song. Just give me one song.
Yeah,
Be
right.
like, damn.
Ooh.
They go
right.
through that Rolodex.
You know what? You do I Was Born This Way by an artist named Carl Bean. It's like a disco record from the 70s. And it was a
Anthem.
It's an anthem for sure. And I just think that he obviously was telling people who he was, and I was born this way. And the record label was I just read up on it. So it was just happy that it was accepted throughout the ethos of what obviously the music industry looked like at the time. So I think it's dope that he was able to cut through and make a banger like that.
Hell yeah. Got it.
You got that one.
Got it.
Man.
Okay. All right, good. Before we roll out, any final words, gentlemen? Jerome, we thank you very much. Obviously,
thank you,
incredible.
Fucking incredible, man. We don't get a chance too often to sit down with absolute legends, and we want to give you your flowers while you're on the show, man.
Absolutely.
Because you do it all, point blank, period, man. And people need if you're listening, you need to take a lesson in playing everything.
I will. Yes, I was gonna say. I will say, Jerome, your Twitch stream when I was still actively on Twitch was definitely one where like it wasn't a passive listening experience, because I'd be like, oh man, I need to get that one. I like would sit there just like, all right, okay, that song, yeah, I forgot about that one. Like it was just like every time I appreciate like, all right, I'm gonna find something new in this stream for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it for sure. Thank you.
No, we fuck with that.
Thank
man.
you guys though, man. For real, it's been a pleasure. I listen to it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think when we spoke about, I just finished listening to MOS.
Oh yeah,
I think I'm still listening to Stone Rock, but it's but like I know Stone, so like just hit like I'm just like this dude is just like illest, man. He's really he's also the nicest guy. On
yes,
earth.
he is.
Like
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know that. Like they get the DJ thing, but if you ever hang out with Stone, he's literally the nicest person ever, man. So like. I need to finish that, but thank you guys, man. I love what you guys are doing, and like the questions. It's very like cerebral. It's like you guys, I'm still upset at some of the choices I had to make. That is going to haunt me tonight. I'm like,
pick Michael Bolton. That's
Michael Bolton.
I slipped.
On MLK Day.
I was trying to get her a charger and whatnot.
MLK's in the corner looking at you like with the arms crossed.
Listen, I'm not too far from the memorial, okay? You know
He's at the top, like
I can feel his eyes beaming from the waterfront now.
He opens up his blinds. The memorial is just right there.
This guy is so palely white that I had to turn the brightness down. That's my man. We got to get this guy on the show.
We do gotta have him do it. Hey, Frank White. Hit up Frank White.
Yo, Frank, who is this guy? He's got the Boston. Nick, he's a Boston fan. Can we say
Of course he is. We get it. We know.
Jerome, before we dip out of here, do you have any crazy song request story or any celebrity story like that from the club that you want to share that maybe you haven't told anyone?
I've DJ'd for many of your favorite rap celebrities. Pretty much everybody with the exception of Jay, I've DJ'd for in DC, just because they come here so often, and some of them are residencies were just, that was their thing, was just like we're bringing artists. You know what I mean? So Ross is the coolest guy. He's super chill. Meek's a little. I was like, is he tweaking? He's a little energetic. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Meek's doing a lot tonight.
You can hear it in the songs. It's weird. It's
fuck
weird.
up a check. I was about to fuck up a tech.
Yeah.
YG
YG and his guys almost beat up the host, and because the host was on the mic and he's like, yo man, shout out to YG. He was like, and the host got a little tipsy. He was like, we always appreciate when you check in. You know, you got to come to DC and check in. And he was like, what? And him and 40 Bloods run to the DJ booth, and they're like, who said that? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. So they're like, you got the mic? I'm like, nah, I don't got the mic.
That guy.
Who said that?
Yeah, you gotta watch that language.
Right.
That's...
So even his homies were like, nah, the DJ's cool. I was like, bet, like I'm good. And then they was like, all right. And then I think dude must have ran to the bathroom.
Visit, motherfucker?
Yeah. He must have ran to the bathroom because they literally were canvassing the club for like 10 minutes looking for him.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah. So at that point, I just played a lot of YG friendly music. We brought the vibe down a little bit.
Like, okay, this is getting a little rule. We're gonna play.
Yeah. Wasn't, you know,
here's a little Gap Band to soften.
Let's listen to some, you know, just real peaceful stuff. You know,
outstanding.
But outstanding. Yeah. You know? But you know, I've been very fortunate to DJ for a lot of artists.
Be faithful.
If you like Be Faithful, wait till you hear Michael Bolton.
Gosh. Hey man, listen.
Hey, y'all know I'm a Michael Bolton stan, all right?
You know,
he's good.
He's good. It's
definitely just I don't know. I'm gonna make my daughter go to bed early tonight now because I'm upset. I don't know. I'm gonna blame her. Like, I'm trying to deal with you. Internet gonna kill me in a You know, I love you guys. So man, appreciate it.
Big love, man.
So much,
Jerome.
man.
You got to come check in with us out in Portland. Check in out in Vegas with Neek. Come on out, man. We always got a spot for you to DJ.
Hey, same in DC though, man. We got our own parties consistently. So whenever y'all want to pull up, please let me know.
I need to do that for real.
Please, especially if y'all can come the last week of the month. We got a Wednesday and a Saturday. Get you paid. Get to see the city. We'll go to Baltimore, hang out. Just like y'all know what it is. It's an open invite. Great, you've been coming to DC. You ain't pull up on me yet, bro.
I'm always there on Thanksgiving. I know.
We have parties on Thanksgiving, bro. Like, I know what you're talking about, you know. I know,
but this guy's pulling out holidays as an excuse.
Man, like,
no, I know. Literally, this last Thanksgiving, I was sitting on the couch, fucking turkey combing out. I was like, if I take a lift, I can make it.
He texted me before the couple. He's like, y'all gonna see you. He's like, I'm gonna see you. I was like, all right, bet, let's go. Didn't pull up on me. But yo, anytime y'all want to come to DC, man, please. If you're on the East Coast, just hit me, and we will make it happen. If you're on the East Coast, just hit me. We'll make it happen. You guys are family, so let's do it. All right.
Hell yeah. Thank you, fam.
Jerome Baker III, ladies and gentlemen, the legend.
Man. For sure.
Everyone stay safe, behave yourselves, take care of yourselves. We will be back. Let's see here next week with Daisy Odell, Los Angeles. Daisy Odell, fantastic DJ, somebody else that also plays everything. Keep playing open format. Keep playing. I don't even want to call it open format because that gets put on flyers. Oh, they're playing open format. Play fucking fun music, you know, and don't be at the mercy of a genre. Do your thing, and if you take anything away from that, go see Jerome and see how he puts it down because he's one of a kind, man. Thank you, sir. We'll give you your flowers for that. And we will be back next week. Until then, peace.
Deuces.